Flirt with me all day, you creepy bastard. Because I chose you. Out of 8 billion people on earth, I chose you. So I will show up day in, day out. It feels like your all is just not enough. I gave it my all. And so we look at the face, body, I'll approach. Face, body, I'm in love. Face, body, I can marry her. Face, body, I can have kids with her. That's how quick it is with guys. It's super hard. We feel happy in a relationship, but we still show up. I'm scared to date. I am so scared to date. Anyone that's feeling that, I feel you. I am so scared to open up my heart completely to someone. All right, just finished as of therapy and I feel therapized. I'm exhausted. I don't know if you go to therapy or not, but if you get into deep stuff, it's exhausting. The purpose of this video is because I want to share just a random truth. I am scared to date. I am so scared to date. And the realization was really happened when the more we discussed it, as I've had attention from girls, and I'm so scared. I'm 1 year in April 2nd from the divorce being finalized. It's been 1 year at that point. Although it literally feels like a completely different person in lifetime ago, it also feels, I need these right now. It also feels like it wasn't long, and it's like, it's not long, it's a year, it's not long, yet it was long. I don't know how I'm gonna navigate that, and I get scared. So anyone that's feeling that, I feel you. I am so scared to open up my heart completely to someone because of that fear that it's just gonna get hurt. This is what I'm trying to explain. Like I gave everything I had in that marriage, and it wasn't perfect, it wasn't beautiful, it was everything I had though. I literally gave everything I had, and it wasn't enough. And in my brain that equated to, therefore you're not enough. Therefore, what are you gonna bring to the next one? Like, if it's just not enough. And even though I've learned and grown and changed a lot, it's like you still wonder. Sorry, it was perfect timing. You still wonder, how much have I changed? I haven't been triggered with a girl like face to face, and so I don't know how I really am going to react. I haven't felt triggered where I want to hide and not say anything. And you know, my old regular automatic responses of like, you know, hide yourself, don't say anything, your throat chakra. I'm gonna go all woo into it if I want to, but yeah, I just wanted to keep the peace, so I just kept my mouth shut and didn't know boundaries. And this time, like, no, like you know boundaries. Like, stand up for yourself, speak up for yourself, and come what may, and just say it and do it. And that's why this is so helpful for me. I hope I'm helping you guys too. I'm scared that no matter what I bring, it's this new and improved Benji, who's also new and like destroyed Benji, like my confidence down to shit. And at the same time, I've rebuilt that confidence like crazy, hence, you know, the body and all that. Like, I've really worked on myself, and yet it's still a part of you. It's still, failure stings. And even though it's a failure for something better, like it brings you up, it hurts. It leaves a scar, a mark. And I don't know what I can bring to that next girl, and if I can bring it fully anymore. It's like, I want to love them, and I want to be able to be unconditionally as best as I can. I know no one's unconditional, but you try. I just don't know. I'm afraid that I'm not jaded, but I'm afraid I'm going to be too hurt and scarred up, that I'm going to hold back. I'm going to withdraw even before I give it. Like, I'll barely give it, or to degrees, and then not be fully me, because I gave it all. Like, when I'm into something, I give it my all. This is why I can win and succeed, because I give it my all. And so for me, that's what was so baffling about the divorce and it came, you know, failing, is I gave it my all, and it wasn't enough. Like, what else can I do? Like, what else? I don't know. When it feels like your all is just not enough. And I understand, this is also knowing, like I said, I've done a lot of years and reading all that. Like, I understand that her choice the way she left, in the manner in which she did it, you know, it means something, right? She showed me her true colors. That's a character flaw. It has nothing to do with me. Her choices were her choices. However, because you learn in a relationship that it's like, it takes two to tango, blah, blah, like, so much of it still is like, but what did you contribute? And is it fixed? And can you bring a better version of that to the next one? Would you want to? And just go until she no longer feels happy again? If you guys remember, I don't know how much I've shared, but like, she didn't feel happy anymore. You know how often, as a guy, or guys, we don't feel happy in a relationship, but we still show up. And I hope this is, I know a lot of women too, but you still show up. And a lot of people are like, because I got kids, and no, because I have them. Because I chose you. Out of 8 billion people on earth, I chose you. So I will show up day in, day out, even if I don't like you. I may not like you today. We may not be friends today, but the love is so deep enough that I will still be committed to you. And even if I'm not happy in the life you're currently living, the direction of which we're going. However, I believe in us. I believe in myself. I believe that we can still come about, at least just you and me, even if it was like you and me being homeless or whatever, that was my type of love. And that's what I thought love was. But not everyone has that type of love, because as soon as you're no longer happy, it's just so strange to me that someone can bail. My definition of loyalties is just, it surpasses happiness. There's gonna be so many moments in your marriage where you're not happy. You're just not. You're not, so many moments in life, but you still are loyal and committed to the person because you pick them, you choose them. And that's what boggles my mind, is because I hear a lot of girls say like, yeah, I love you, aka I'm committed to you, I pick you, I'm loyal to you, until you don't, until you're so hurt. And not all women, I understand, but this was my experience. I found one of these, there's 56% of us men that break in marriage, and 80% of those are, picked by the women. I'm not talking about abuse. Abuse is totally different. If boy or girl, if you abuse, that you're broken. You're far, you need help. Abuse is a different level. That's something else. All right, that taken aside, emotional, whatever, but that taken aside, I'm sorry, but you picked your partner. So what is marriage even anymore? I don't think the definitions are the same. I think right now what's happening is a poisoning of the definition of commitment, loyalty, and love. And the three of those, respect, I would say definitely needed in order for anything to work. And so now people are finding an escape because they can, because it's an option. And because we have these options, now we're taking them. Before, it was far better when there was less of an option. I mean, you still could, but it was frowned upon. There was social norms, things like that. However, sometimes those things are good because they will keep you trying. It's like when I'm dieting or working out and I just want to be done. I'm done. I want to eat this delicious pizza, whatever, lasagna. We had lasagna in my family. I'm like, I just want a whole piece. I want to be done. I want to be done. No, because you're still committed. And that's what happened to that definition? What happened? Not everyone holds that definition anymore. It's not what it used to be. What I've seen my parents hold, their definition of commitment, loyalty, and love, totally different than what I'm seeing today. And I know probably every generation has said this. That's what's so messed up, is because we're all broken. We're just broken in different ways. But man, is that such an effed up way to be broken when it comes to commitment, loyalty, and love. That F's people up. Because I was a lot of things. I was not perfect. I was scatterbrained. I forgot of a lot of conversations because I was a lot in survival mode. So I was just get in, do work, make sure she's happy. That's what's so funny. That's all I tried, is to make sure she was happy. She wouldn't have to work a day in her life until she got so bored. And then go ahead, work. Man, I'm frustrated. I'm frustrated because what's going on? Am I in the middle? I chose to park far away from anyway. I'm frustrated because I don't know if I can do that again. And I know I can say with time, blah, 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 with growth, yes, you can, you will. Yeah, hypothetically, let's say that. And there will always now forever be a nagging voice in the back of my mind saying, be careful. I can no longer be naive again. I explained this to my therapist as best I could. Why it's so saddening and hard is because, do you remember your first kiss? How special that was? The giddy feelings before they touch your hand or hold your hand, and there's first physical contact. Oh my gosh, something's happening. And this is your spouse. Let's say you're married, right? Or you were married. The first time you guys freaking sucked each other off. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Whatever. Did stuff down there. The first time that you had sex. The first time you had a baby. Your first baby. Your first favorite vacation. Right? Your first favorite childhood memory. Favorite gift as a child. You're first for a reason. And so now everything of my first with her, it's gone. There will never be another first. You will make new firsts. But I've had the experience of marriage before. I've had the experience of walking around naked. Hey babe, she asked me, can you pluck this hair that I can't get in between my vagina and asshole? Yeah, let me go ahead and pluck it for you. Oh, you got a couple hairs. Do you want me to shave it for you while I'm there? We were very, very close. Maybe it's TMI. We were just very open. I wanted her to never feel, I made sure that she always felt safe to be herself around me. And so one of the most insulting moments of the end of the marriage was she said, I don't feel safe around you anymore. And I'm like, what? She's like, well, emotionally. I'm like, oh my gosh. What were those 10 years? What was that? Was it just you felt safe enough to be yourself, fart, burp, pick your nose, whatever, in front of me, and like blah blah. You knew everything was safe. You could say anything, and I wouldn't freak out. I wouldn't mess up. Even when she joked about the religion thing, she's like, I just want to see your reaction. You took it very well. And then when the real reaction came after that test, it wasn't so well. I was like shocked. I'm like, oh my gosh. I'm like, I don't know. I kept saying, I don't know. Actually, I said, I don't know. I need time. But I'm like, I don't know. And that was the only time where I could say like she didn't feel emotionally safe. But besides that, what happened to all the other years of feeling safe? It's like it goes out the window. See, that's what I learned too, is when, maybe it's just when you live with someone, it's like all the things you tried, they don't matter anymore. It's all that matters, what matters right now. And so all your past attempts, it's almost like all your old birthday gifts, yeah, that was nice, but what matters right now? And for guys, it doesn't work like that. Like our mentality is like, I remember that one time she wrote me notes, and I will forever hold on to that. And that's why I always like, I'll do whatever you want, babe. Because those notes from years ago, I don't think girls work that like that. I haven't met girls like that. They're like, yeah, like that was nice. Like they'll remember it, but then it doesn't give any, like it's no points to the current situation. Those points are used up. And it's a 24-hour revolving clock for the women I've heard from, even in siblings. I've heard this from husbands. It's like it's a reset at 24 hours. Yeah, that was yesterday though. That was last anniversary though. No, what about like forever, man? And so there's portions of like every guy, and don't get me started on guys. Like I'm hammering girls right now with this, because it's a sad truth I see, and maybe it's with hypergamy, blah, blah, blah. There's evolutionary parts that are ugly about all of us, male and female. And like one of them is with guys, it's like that physical attributes are so high on the list. Now, for girls it is too, right? If a guy said, hey, what's up? But he's ugly, creepy. If he's like, hey, what's up? But he's Chris Hemsworth, hot. Flirt with me all day, you creepy bastard. Not creepy, right? So there's both, but with guys, it's so important. We're not even going to walk up to you. That's not even happening anymore. But in the past, you're not, it's rare. You're not gonna walk up to you unless you're XYZ, a level of prettiness to our eyes, right? So, whether some guys are butt guys or boob guys, like that will all come into effect with the face. And so we look at the face, body, I'll approach. Face, body, I'm in love. Face, body, I can marry her. Face, body, I can have kids with her. That's how quick it is with guys. And then we try to do the sifting process of like, is it gonna be peace or pain? Is this gonna be hell or heaven? Things like that. Like we'll start like, all right, let me start involving them in life and see if it's a risk or not, or how bad or whatever, or how good, hopefully. And so there's problems there with guys, like our ability, and it's evolutionary supposedly, right? So like our ability to like pick, like we will fall in love and be smitten by a girl just because of that. And for girls, it gets you in the door, and then what keeps you in the door is, because every girl wants a nice guy that reads books and blah, 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 but what turns you on is totally different. It's more intense. Like what do guys need to be happy? Peace, sex, food, company from time to time. What do women need? It's a huge list, right? Because it's like an ever-changing. Guys are pretty simple. This is why we can sit there with a chair and a TV. It's like in video games. Like we're very kind of cavemanish in many ways. Our brains just process differently, right? And women need that novelty, the nuance, way more than guys do. And this is all evolutionary. You can come crucify me, but this is like evolutionary psychology. And what I've read with evolutionary psychology, this checks out. And then it checks out on personal experiences. I've talked to dozens of divorce, like probably hundreds at this point, but of divorcees. All the women sound, generally speaking, similar. All the men sound, generally speaking, similar. There's always your outliers, that bell curve is real, blah, blah, blah. But I just, there's some truth, and it's hard. And so, the questions for both sexes, like how do we, being hurt, take up the courage? I mean, I guess that's just how we do it, and just go approach again and say, you know what, I'm gonna try. I'm gonna get hurt again. Because it's inevitable. It's inevitable, you're gonna get hurt. And then be okay with it. And not only that, but potentially to be hurt as bad as you were hurt before. Hopefully that's why you learn and stuff, but it is such a gamble. And then that's the question, is the risk worth the reward? Sometimes it is and sometimes it's not. I enjoy my peace. I enjoy my loneliness. And I miss companionship. And I miss sex. And sex really keeps it going. Like if it wasn't for sex, we would not deal with women in that sense. And women would not deal with men if it wasn't for the securities and the status or whatever that they bring, that safety, security. It's so weird. Like we need each other, yet we're sometimes our worst enemies. And we're like our oil to our waters, and yet we can coexist. But it's hard. It's super hard. So that's the therapized message of the day. It's more of a bleh, a word vomit. I just don't. You know, sometimes you just gotta talk, and that was my talking hint for this. This does not go on Instagram, by the way. This is my. Why are you shaking so much? Yeah, card be trembling. All right. You can hate me, like I said. I'm just speaking my mind. I'm speaking my truth. It's what I experience, and I know there's a lot of ladies who have experienced similar, and you know they're in my position, but they're girls. It sucks. I don't know how we are to move forward, and I know time. Like I said, I know all that. At the same time, woof, like. Companionship is so cool, and we're meant to be social beings. Do we want that? What's stopping the next person to do that? Changing slowly over the years, and then saying, you know what, I'm no longer happy. I'm no longer safe or feel heard, seen around you. Who else do I talk to like I talk to you? Who else do I open up to like I do to you? Who else do I let see every little insecurity about me except you? Especially if you're still willing to work at it. That's what blew my mind. I may be a slow learner, but I will still always try. Man. Those mountains. I can't see them. All right. Shutting down. I'm like exhausted now. Do I even want to lift? I should. Oh. All right. Thanks for coming to my TED Talk. 37 strong. My man. I'm trying to think how I can edit this and make this into a valuable video and not just word vomit. The attention span's a real thing. It got so fast. And this is just for me, to be honest. It's therapy. This is therapy. Hopefully I said a lot less ums. I still do a lot of redundant and circles and like da-da-da-da-da. That will come in time. That'll get better. Alright. Thanks, guys.